Right, hello everybody, thanks for joining me. As you can see, I'm out on Bobby. Okay, first things first, why am I on Bobby? Well, I'm on Bobby because Daffy's got an issue. It first showed itself on the trip to Thurso, which you'll see in part 4, I think. I think it'll be part 4. And I wasn't sure what it was then, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is now. So I'll not tell you what it is until you've seen part 4 of the Thurso trip, because I don't want to spoil anything. But until I sort it out, she'll have to stay in the shed. And Bobby's on transport duty. I didn't really want to take him out on this salty road, but there's not quite so much ice on the road here as there was when I went to Thurso, but on the back road from our place there's a whole pile of it. The last time I did a wee vlog it was on Daffy, and I was talking about the Cornwall trip and doing the videos and how I needed to change the way I was doing them. Well, you might have noticed that I haven't really changed the way I'm doing them at all. I am making them longer. I'm making them an hour long instead of half an hour, because that does help in speeding up the editing process. But I've ditched the idea of doing the highlight videos first, because after thinking about it I realised that showing all the highlights before those of you who enjoy watching the whole thing have had a chance to watch it isn't really very fair. So I'm going to stick to the original plan, but just make the videos a bit longer, and I'm going to be a little bit less fussy about the sound, so I can save a bit of time there too, because it's taking too long. They're taking about 20 hours each, the Cornwall trip videos, which is too long. Even the Thurso trips, the half-hour Thurso ones at the moment, they're taking about 10 hours. So I really need to speed up my editing process. Something else I found out is I've got this new DJI Action 4 camera, and when I came to edit the videos from Thurso, my video editing machine choked. Well, it didn't choke completely, but it's struggling. It's struggling to even run the video files during editing, and rendering takes 3 hours for half an hour video, so I need to upgrade my PC now as well. I'll just mention my favourite topic. I've got my heated insoles on so my feet are warm. The toes are okay at the moment, so I dare say they'll cool down in a while. I haven't got the heated vest on just yet. I'm feeling okay. And I haven't put anywhere to mount the dual controller on Bobby yet. I need to sort that out. And I didn't realise I was going to be using Bobby until it was too late to do that. As you can see, it's quite a pleasant day. It was cold last night, but it's not too bad at the moment. was checking the oil before I set off today, and that whole trip to Cornwall probably used none, as far as I could see. A tiny little bit maybe, but I can't tell. The sight glass is still full, so there's a little, you can see a little bit of a bubble at the top. That's all, and that's about where it was when I changed the oil before I left. So he's used hardly any at all. Yeah, so I'm going to Lairg. Did I mention that? I don't think I did. Okay, and I haven't got time to stop at the viewpoint, so I've got to be in Lairg at 2 o'clock, and it's 1:25 now. It took about 3/4 of an hour to get there on Daffy, so I'm going to be a few minutes late. We'll see. Water's very still. Plenty of snow over that way. Oh, I forgot what that mountain's called. I'll put it below. That's a great view. I haven't sorted out the 360 mount for the front facing camera yet. I've got a solution, I just haven't dealt with it. I got the bits that I need to do it at the weekend. Basically, I'm going to put an aluminium sleeve around the mount so it can't wobble. So it'll still turn, but it can't wobble. A piece of aluminium tubing around it. I need to watch out for ice here. I have to remember to stop blowing into the microphone. I was doing a lot of that on the trip to Cornwall, I noticed. I've managed to edit most of it out of the audio because it'd drive you nuts listening to it. It drives me nuts, and it drive anybody else around the bend listening to me continually blowing into the microphone. And the reason I was doing it is because I was trying to stop my glasses and my visor from steaming up from the moist air from my breath, but at the time I didn't realise how much shit was coming through on the microphone. There's a bit of ice on the water over there. Setting steaming up again. So I hope you're all enjoying the Thurso trip videos. They're a bit of a contrast from the Cornwall trip. At the moment, the videos from the Cornwall trip, the weather is pretty awful, and it gets a wee bit better on the second half of day 2. And the second half of day 3 as well. Again, there'll be quite a lot of nighttime riding, or riding in the dark I should say. It's not really nighttime, is it? It's evening, but it's dark. So there'll be quite a bit. It's just the way it was. And what have we got here? More traffic lights. Looks like they're laying cables to me. We've been promised fibre broadband in our area for the last, I don't know, 3-4 years. Still waiting for it. I found out something interesting about the Durbin dual controller. It doesn't like running off batteries. But I'm using the battery, the Keys battery. Once the battery gets down to about half power, the controller turns off. So I'm going to have to rig up a power supply from the bikes for the heated gear, and as part of that I'm in the process of setting up a system so it doesn't matter if I forget to disconnect the cable when I get off the bike, because I do that all the time. I used to use a direct connection to the bike when I first got the heated gear, and I was forever forgetting to disconnect it and stepping off the bike at petrol stations and at the end of a ride or whatever, and finding myself yanking the cable, which wasn't doing the cable any good, and it was really annoying me. So that's when I switched to batteries. But I'm going to have to go back to the cable, and I'm going to try a magnetic connector for the cable so that when I get off the bike the connector just comes apart. It might work, it might not. If the magnets aren't strong enough, then obviously just moving about on the bike might disconnect it, so we'll see. I'm going to give it a try anyway. I got the connector. It had to come all the way from China. It took 3 weeks or something. So I'll keep you posted on that one. And once I've got it all worked out, I'll probably do a little video about the heated gear and what have you, and how I'm using it and how I'm powering it and what have you. Well, it's not far to Lairg now, and it's 1:45, so I should be alright. And I was talking about lower leg protectors on the last part 2 of the Thursday trip on Daffy. And I think what I'm going to do is get some of those crash bars for Bobby, the front crash bars, and then make some detachable plates that can fit on them to keep the draft off my legs and my feet. I think that's the solution there. And if that works, I might be able to get away with not paying silly money for heated socks. Because the other problem with the heated socks is I'd have to change my boots as well. That would be expensive. I don't think the heated socks would fit inside these boots. I've ended up with a van right in front of me. I might be able to get past them here. It's better. Last thing we want is to get covered in salty crap. Right, here we are back in Lairg. I don't know, you don't visit a place for umpteen years and then the next thing you see it twice in a few weeks. Right, well I'll sign off for now and I'll speak to you again on the way back. Right, hello again everybody. On the way home now. Shut my visor. Well, I've got my insoles on again and I've got the heated vest on. Insoles are on full, number 5, and the vest is on 2. That's just warm enough. It's clouded over now. I'm not sure how long the battery's going to last. I doubt if it'll last all the way home. What time is it now? 4:45. I'll be home about 4:30, I think. I don't think the battery will last that long. not a bad little cafe, that, in Lairg, the pier. So if you're ever passing through Lairg and you fancy stopping for a cup of coffee or a bite to eat, the pier on the left hand side if you're heading north, just as you're on the way out of Lairg, is the place to go. Plenty of parking. Pleasant view over the loch from inside. We only had coffee, I can't say anything about the food, but there were plenty of people in there. It was quite busy, even in the middle of February. And no, I didn't get a free coffee to give them a mention, just in case you were thinking that. Snow on the peaks there. Having the vest on number 2 is fine. It's actually probably too warm. I could probably take it down to 1. I'm not going to faff about with it now though. I reckon this wagon's probably going over the Struy, so if he does I might just stop at the viewpoint and give him a chance to get further ahead. Yeah, I'll stop at the viewpoints and clean the lenses and give these two a chance to get a bit further ahead. Well, no sun now, but you get a bit of the view there. Alright, let's go. Right, folks, I'm going to sign off now. Hope you enjoyed that wee jaunt to Lairg. Thanks for subscribing if you have done. Thanks for your comments and your likes. And I'll speak to you on the next one. Bye for now.